The man was hidden in a pile of jewelry, and then they were dumped into the vault. As he fell, he made a flying leap. He jumped directly onto the platform. This action saved the man's life, because there are countless poisonous scorpions below. If he falls, he'll die for sure. The man turns his attention back to the other side. He saw the precious Eye of Horus, but what lies ahead is fraught with danger. Luckily, he's prepared. After glancing at the plans of the mechanism, he lit a torch on the ground. He held it behind him. The shadow slowly covered the mirror on the ground. At that moment, the mechanism was instantly activated. The bridge instantly folded over, and the bridge was covered with sharp steel spikes. The man thought for a moment. He had an idea. He held the torch above his head, and then he walked. He tried to overlap his body with the shadow, as long as he was careful to avoid the mirrors, so he wouldn't trigger the trap. He made it through the first level without a hitch, so he let his guard down. When he saw the second trap was a circle, he thought he could just avoid the circle. He walked right through it. That's when the circle behind him started to activate. The man realized something was wrong. The statues on both sides began to spin around and strangled him like crazy. Luckily, the man was flexible. He narrowly avoided the swords. At the end, he was almost stabbed through the neck. Luckily, he had reached the end of the line, and the machine stopped just in time. And then a more serious problem arose. There was no third level on the map. The man was confused. Looking at the treasures in the distance, he decided to take a chance. But as soon as he stepped on the third level, the bricks began to fall. He could only run forward as fast as he could. And when he reached the end, he jumped up, and he reached for the treasure. But his feet dangled in the air. He immediately fell. The sound of the fall immediately attracted the scorpion. At that moment, the treasure in the man's hand released a blinding light. Scorpions dared not come near. The man returned to the palace with the treasure. He went to his girlfriend happily, but he didn't realize that the palace was already surrounded by soldiers. The leader asked him to hand over the treasure. He gave him an ordinary necklace. Then the leader was going to feed them to the wolves. In a moment of desperation, the man pulled out the treasure. The light from the treasure instantly scared the soldiers to the ground. The man escaped with his girlfriend.